The first time in a long time that we've had somebody in the studio from the fitness industry. So I want to welcome Sir Leon to the studio today. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good to have you on the show. And you're going to be telling us about how you make money in the fitness industry and also what the challenges are as well. First of all, how long have you been training like a trainer?
Like a trainer, I did my certification in 2015.
2015,
so,
get close to the microphone.
Yeah, so I can
Don't be
say
scared.
this is my ninth year now.
Your ninth year?
Yes, in fitness industry.
So you've been in the fitness industry for 9 years.
Yes.
And you mentioned getting certification.
Yes.
Now, I'm glad you mentioned that because I don't think that many trainers out there have got certification.
Sure thing.
From my own experience, you know.
At home there we have some gym, some Mabati structure. Hey, those guys work out hard, bro. But I don't know if the certificate's there because there's some kind of training these guys give me. They've never done anything.
Do you know how I judge a trainer? When I go into a gym and I say, all right, I want to program, these are my goals.
Yeah.
If the trainer doesn't ask me anything about my fitness history or my medical history,
Yeah.
the man's like, yeah, we're gonna do this. I'm like,
could go hard.
I'm like, hold on. I'm not as young as I might look.
Yes.
So how what is the certification like? Like what is that process like?
Well, first of all, we have different certifications. You can do mostly online based.
Okay.
Yeah, we have online based. And ACE, we have ISA, we have British Council. So
Wow.
most of these certifications just go with your budget.
Right,
and
right,
maybe
right.
the units and points they have.
Right.
You'll find maybe one certification has more units on nutrition,
Right,
more
right.
target on personal training. So also we have some just for crossfitters. We have some just for bodybuilders.
Right.
Yeah, so it depends on what your goal is and what you're aiming at on working out after the certification.
Right.
So the certificate I did I did it at Kenyatta University.
Okay.
That was S, grade 1. So that's more international.
An American certification of something.
Yeah,
no?
exactly. Yeah.
Right.
That's American based.
Yeah, because I think it's super important because this is the biggest investment that somebody can make in their health, right?
Sure.
So you don't want to go to a gym and you'll be trained by some guys like, hey, lift, guy, lift. Next thing you've popped your back and all these kind of things.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But what are some of the challenges though? Because I mean, I know it's changed over the last 10 years, but like when you started, people were not that invested in spending money on fitness.
Exactly. So to me, I focus more on personal training.
Right.
So I can say one of the main challenges, like I myself also like targets on, is mainly like getting reach to more clients.
Right.
Like advising people the benefits and the healthy lifestyle of living. Because you'll see someone he or she wants to keep fit, but when it comes to like agreeing on you need to pay an X amount to get an X service, it becomes a problem.
Right.
So I can say it's been a challenge for individuals in Kenya
Right.
to value the work of a personal trainer.
But this same person will go to the club and buy a bottle.
Exactly.
For 8K.
8,000.
8K is a little.
Yeah.
On a typical weekend, you find someone somewhere along Kiambu Road or Gong Road or somewhere or Kitengela
Can spend
almost 30,000 in one night. But here come the same person coming to the gym. You want to advise, like,
Right.
you see now that's I'm at work because I'm a 24-hour full-time. That's my job.
Yeah, that's your job, yeah.
Like at 4 a.m. I wake up, go to the gym by 5. Most of the time I leave the gym at around 9 or 8
in the evening.
in the evening. So that's past over 17 hours. So if I'm going to tell the same person that this is where I'm getting my rent,
Right,
data,
right.
my Wi-Fi, my
Right.
food, because I need to eat,
Yeah.
transport, movement, also just some little bills. The person, most of the time they don't like understand and appreciate what you go through. So I can say we need more awareness to like just everybody so that they can also they treat the same fitness trainers as like that's their main work.
Yeah.
I mean, I get that, and I totally
that's the main challenge now.
I totally agree with that.
And speaking of being a personal trainer, do you take house calls?
I used to, but I stopped because most of the time
Connie,
I stopped.
Someone told you it's a house call but not training gym. Because there's something about these trainers.
Hey, we're gonna
get there. But why did you stop?
The main challenge is, you see, when someone is at home, they're at their own comfort. Me, I want to spend my time to reach to their location to give them my service. So most of the time I find there's just that the main thing is time difference.
Right.
Someone will tell me doing session at 9. You be there by 9, maybe.
Then
you know,
they
but,
just woke up. Yeah.
He or she just woke up. She want to just still brush, or I have some guests wait for me downstairs. I'm coming. You see, at the end of the day, I'm gonna spend like 3 hours.
Yeah.
Then to capitalize on that, it won't make a difference because
True.
for me to leave point A to point B,
the cost.
I'll need to charge higher. Yeah. So most of the time, the pricing doesn't add up with the timing. That's the main challenge.
I have a gym at home, right? And I used to have a trainer who used to come to the house to train. And you know what? I don't think it works. Like as a consumer, you're too comfortable. Like, you see when that guy used to show up?
Yeah.
I used to hate him.
Yeah.
Like,
You tell the watchman, Mwambie, I'm not even in.
he's my pal. Tell this guy I'm not here today. Or, you know, because
It happens.
he's just in your space.
Yes.
So I always advise someone to go and join a gym because even now the gym is still there downstairs. I've not seen it for a while.
For a while. But you know it's there.
But I know it's there. So I mean, and I really understand how people undervalue. I find that unless you can put something tangible or a physical service on it, people tend not to want to pay for something that they think it's like being a DJ.
Yeah.
Why would you pay a DJ 80,000 shillings? He's just playing music. Why would you pay you however much you charge? He's just standing there while I do sit-ups. You know what I mean? So there's that mentality of not wanting to pay for services that people don't see as important. You know what I mean? So now, so those are the challenges of people not valuing what you do, and also the time issue. How does it work in terms of the actual gyms? Because, like, for example, there are so many gyms now in Kenya, and you may have clients who are dotted all around the capital. So let's say you have a client who's at Smart Gym in Junction. You may have another one who's at Smash Fit in Sarit. You may have another one who's at Advance, where you are
Fitness,
in Advance in South Sea. Do the gyms make it easier for you to move around and have your clients everywhere, or do they even create barriers as well?
I'll say this pure truth. Not all gyms value that.
Right.
I'll say close to up to if in a ratio of 10, maybe 3
Yeah.
Right.
work with trainers in Kenya.
Right.
7% of that, most of the gyms, you go there, they'll tell you, oh, you need to pay an X amount to come and do your services.
Right.
Some gyms will even tell you, like, no, we're not accepting any outside trainers to come on board.
Right.
But we've had some gyms like VMX. It's a very good gym at Village Market.
Village Market, yeah.
They have a very good term in that a trainer can go there, pay 3,000 per pass for a client to train such a client for a whole month.
Right,
So that
which
means
makes sense.
if I have 5 clients, I'll pay 15,000.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And that makes sense because
Yeah.
you have the clients.
Yeah.
You know,
we have some other gyms like now at Advance. You just pay a monthly fee
right.
to train your clients, however, how
Right.
many clients you have.
Right.
Yeah, so
And
I
it's-
love it there.
Yeah, and because you know, end of the day, like I experienced that because I shout out to Venant.
Yeah.
I train with Venant, who's my buddy. And man's like, you can't train. I'm like, he's not my trainer, he's my pal. No, he's your trainer. No, he's my pal.
my pal.
He's my pal who happens
trains
to
me.
train. Who happens to be a qualified trainer, but he's just my pal.
Yeah.
So I stopped going to that gym I won't mention where it is, but there's a particular gym that everyone knows I used to go to. I stopped going there because I'm like, how dare you tell me I can't train with my body?
Imagine.
You know what I mean? So back to the money side of it. Do you make a comfortable living out of it? How is the money?
I can say it's not sustainable.
It's not.
It's not sustainable.
Wow.
But with time, as you grow,
Right.
you need to do extra. Yeah, you need to do extra. Like you see now with me, I do boot camps. I
Right.
host events. I'm an MC.
Oh really?
I have my own event called Missouri Festival. So at the end of the day, there are these team building,
Things that you do.
boot camps,
Right.
judging on events. Like on 20th of this month, we have an event at Alpha Fit,
Okay.
the Mashuja.
Right,
I'll
right,
be
right.
hosting and judging the strongman competition.
Okay.
Yeah, so at least you need to add some values outside. But if you stay in the gym, one client will travel for 3 months and come back the 4th month.
Hey.
Another one will travel today and come back after 6
Another
weeks.
guy would pay for 3 months and go once.
Some will even pay
Like
for
me.
1 month and don't even show up. So
But
I
I'm going
won't
today.
lie.
I'm going today.
I won't lie. You may have even 10 clients, but
Consistency.
Pure fact, consistency. For you to retain these 10 clans up to December, my friend, Nikazi.
Nikazi.
Okay.
Nikazi, si rahisi.
And you've mentioned about Misuli Festival.
Yes.
So, because Misuli means muscles,
Misuli means muscle.
does that mean that that event is just so someone like me what's the event about?
The event, actually, when I talk of Misuli, we had now the bodybuilding, that now
Right,
the
right,
muscle
right.
part, which generally
So these
you
guys
know,
will flex.
Yes, these are
With
guys
the
like
Okiwana.
Aesthetic and
With
stuff.
Okiwana
aesthetics,
Ngoza.
exactly. But apart from that, we had the CrossFit and we had the strongman part. Yeah, because we sat down with my friend and partners. We were like, okay, Misuli, you need the muscles to do a workout.
Yeah.
Bones don't do workout.
Right.
So, like example, the strongman part.
Yeah.
You see those guys, they are all muscular.
Right,
The
right.
CrossFit part, in as much as they have endurance, all those guys, they're all muscular.
Right.
So Misuli was just a combination of bringing the three parties. That is the strongman, the bodybuilding, the aesthetic part, and now the CrossFit part.
Right.
Yes.
All right, if you've just tuned in, you are listening to 103.5 Homeboys Radio, the urban sound of Nairobi. We have Sir Leon, who's a fitness trainer, a personal trainer, in the studio talking to us about how he makes his money. Now, there's one question that everybody's going to ask us to ask. Is it true that you guys take away people's women? Because that's what people say. People they'd be like, yo, never allow your babes to be trained by a fitness instructor. It's a recipe for disaster.
Allah.
Well, there you have it.
There you have it.
No. Seriously though, like,
Is that a question to me?
Yes.
no. You seem kind of nervous, bro. No, I mean that's the conception. That's there was a whole thread on Twitter the other day about trainers and people's wives.
Well, what I can say
How do you
about
maintain
that-
it? Because, let's not make the women are not blameless here.
Yeah.
You have some women who go to the gym to look for men.
Look for men.
Yeah, sure.
So, yes, and the men go to the gym to look for women. Anyway, that's another story. But how do you maintain that professional line?
What I can say is that boundaries
Boundaries.
and ethics. Because one thing I've learned and I've known just from the research,
Yes.
once you start mixing business with pleasure, my friend, it doesn't end well.
Right.
At the end of the day, you're going to start training people, like now you're talking about women, for free,
Right.
where by the end of the day, you're going to suffer.
Right.
Because you need to pay your bills,
True.
you need to pay your medication, you need to pay your transport, you need
That's
to
true.
eat. So
being
there's that-
professional.
be professional for you to pay.
Right.
Okay, there are some people who still stay in their homes, so they don't see that need and that anxiety or that there's nothing pushing them out
Right.
to go out and say that I have a budget to pay, I have this bill to pay at the end of the month. So they're more comfortable.
Right.
So you'll find such people, they'll easily get themselves into such
Situations.
such situations. But if you find someone just who is straight, like me, take care of my siblings, I do my own bills, I have my grandmother at home once in a while, I need to check on her.
Right.
Yeah, so
So
you
it's
just need to
business.
focus and
Yeah.
see where you're heading to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in your own because you have a big experience,
Yes.
experience fiti sana. So in the same question too, have you ever experienced this before? Dema may come up or training and akwambia cheki, I came here to train, but I feel like there's also something else nadai.
Buddha, wako wengi.
There's so many.
Wako wengi. So I can on Instagram I have almost going to 11K
Yeah.
this week. Facebook I have I think 8,000 followers. I'll say out of these, let's say on Instagram 60% is women,
Yes.
40% is men. On Facebook I'll averagely say
Again,
of
women.
that followers it's just women. I can say Facebook's even 80%
Women.
and then men
Wow.
10%, 20%.
So
out of those sitadanganya wao kuja.
they come.
They
So
come.
what's the wildest thing Tosha kuambia?
While they think there's this one where
He's even laughing. Ukikumbuka tu he gets.
nikikumbuka hiyo story jo. There's this one Chiles, she once DM me on Instagram. She was like, hey, I see you hardworking, you wake up so early, because most of the time when I wake up I post.
Yes.
At 3:40. When I'm on the way I post. When I'm at the gym I post.
Yeah.
When I go back at home most of the
post,
time
yeah.
I post. Okay, recently I've not been doing that, but it was more religious sometimes back.
Yeah.
Right.
So she was kind of tracking me. Nimepata pikipiki and she's like, there's a day she texts me like, mbona tumia pikipiki sijui utachapa baridi kifua like I use bike to save time. I use bike to save time because I don't have it.
Of course.
Yeah, so there's a day she just told me, okay, I want to give you a job. I was like, hey, this can be interesting.
Yes.
So at the back of my mind was like, hey, if this job can be a part-time thing so that I can do my fitness at the same time, do that part-time job.
Also do fitness on
at the same time, then
yeah,
it's
it's a win-win. It's a win-win.
It's a win-win because I report to gym at 5 a.m. daily. So I was like, I was just doing some maths before even knowing which type of job
that is.
So because she's on corporate world. So she told me like, but you see, you love to leave your work. Then now I was like, do I really need to leave my work?
Yes.
So we started a conversation. Then I was more interested and asked like, which type of work is this you're trying to offer me? Then she was like, oh, aren't you be fucking me?
Language. We apologize, of course, for that language. We really apologize for that language in the morning, and it was just a slip from our guest. So we apologize to anybody who was offended by that. Completely. Continue your story, but keep your mouth clean, please. Go ahead.
So I was like, yo, how is that possible? So I said, okay, let me try and read the lines and see what's gonna happen. I was like, I don't need to leave my work. Then you just tell me, how can this make sense? How can this work?
How can this work?
How can this work? Because at the end of the day, I'm not gonna leave gym to be doing something different apart from fitness. That's gonna drain my time and energy. And she was like, you know, I can pay for you rent in Maradaima. Give you 10K monthly for pocket money. For you shopping.
Well, can we just say that you are a very strong man, because a lot of people would have been swayed by that offer, man. It is 103.5 Homeboys Radio, the Urban Sound in Nairobi. How can people stay in touch with you? How can people contact you on social media if they need your services?
I'm on Instagram at Salion247, Facebook Yankee Leon. Yeah, we can also follow the Missouli page, that is the Missouli Festival.
Right.
Yes, so that's all.
Right.
I'm at Advanced Fitness.
And that's in South B, yeah?
South B, yeah.
All right, man. Well, I want to thank you for coming through today. A very colorful description of some of the challenges that you face. And of course, it is 103.5 Homeboys Radio, the Urban Sound in Nairobi. Once again, would like to apologize to anybody who was offended by that slip of the tongue. Of course, it wasn't intentional. This is Power Up in the Morning.